Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's Wednesday, new release day here on the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the 8th studio album from this U.S. band, AFM Records. It's the latest from Redemption, I Am the Storm. Okay, as always with most AFM Records releases, they generally come in a digipack. There are the guys in the band. This is a 3-panel one here. And then if you go into the booklet, lyrics, additional artwork, and then on the back, the guys in the band. Let me read you the guys in the band, right? So we got Nicholas Van Dyke, founder of the band, leader of the band, on rhythm and lead guitars, backing vocals. You got Tom England on vocals, of course, from Evergrey. You got Sean Andrews on bass guitar, Vikram Shankar on keyboards and backing vocals, and Chris Quirarte on drums and percussion. Guest musicians on the album. You've got Simone Malaroni on lead guitars, Chris Poland, lead guitars on one track, Henrik Danhage, lead guitars on one track, of course, from Evergrey. And executive produced by Nicholas Van Dyke and Niels Wasco, produced by Nick Van Dyke, Vikram Shankar, and Simone Malaroni, mixed and mastered by Simone Malaroni. All right. So, this is the second studio album with Tom on lead vocals. Of course, he has come into the band to replace none other than the great Ray Alder, right? Of course, who was the Redemption singer for many, many years, but decided to leave Redemption to, at the time, dedicate all of his time to Fate's Warning. And now the Fate's Warning kind of are in like this limbo world again. You know, most people say that the band has even hinted that Fate's Warning is going to be, or no longer going to be making albums. They may do some live shows here and there, but as far as being a active recording unit, they're basically done. So it's interesting now that that's kind of happened, that Ray has decided to kind of stay out of Redemption. So we've got Tom England, who is doing double duty in both his own band Evergrey and Redemption. So, and this follows the album from a couple years back, which is called Long Night's Journey Into Day, which came out in 2018. So here, 5 years later, it's amazing how it's been 5 years already. Boy, you know, the COVID-19 thing really put like a 3-year kind of like abyss in the middle of things, right? So that was the first album with Tom on vocals, and you know, I was pretty critical of that album. It's not a bad album for what it is. Unfortunately, you know, here's the thing. I love Tom England. Fantastic singer. I love Evergrey. He's got such a unique vocal style, and the music of Evergrey is so unique, right? And it perfectly matches with his singing style. I found with Long Night's Journey Into Day that Redemption kind of didn't sound like Redemption anymore. I found that his vocal presence, while great, because he is a great singer, it just kind of steered the music of the band down a certain pathway, which to my ears didn't sound all that much like Redemption. It sounded to me like a really strong Evergrey album, and while that's, like I said, that's not a bad thing, because I love Evergrey, I was kind of missing the essence of what Redemption were all about on that album, right? To me, it's had more, instead of like this, you know, Redemption was always this really great progressive metal band that had, you know, intricate arrangements and very powerful and great vocals, hooks, and all that kind of stuff. And while some of that was there, that whole kind of like emotional, dramatic, almost gothic sense that Evergrey bring to the table, Tom kind of brought into this band, and to me, it changed what I really love about Redemption. So when, you know, I Am the Storm came out, I was kind of like, I wonder if we're going to get more of the same here. And I will say yes and no. There are parts of this album that I'm still feeling that it just sounds like an Evergrey album. Again, not a bad thing, because I love Evergrey. But I want a Redemption album, right? So thankfully, there are some tracks on here that I think bring back the essence of what Redemption was all about back when Ray was in the band. And, Redemption always kind of darker, kind of like Fate's Warning, kind of like Evergrey, a little bit darker, right? But that extreme sense of musicality and those real complex passages, and maybe more reliance on riffs and intricate guitar keyboard things, that seems to be coming back here. So the title track kicks it off very, very good. I like 7 Minutes from Sunset is good. Resilience is a terrific song. Action at a Distance is really good, kind of technical. Really dig that a lot. Really, there's no bad songs on here. There are some tracks that I'm kind of feeling Evergrey too much once again. The emotional depiction of light, all this time and not enough, that's got a little bits of both. The emotional depiction of light is pretty cool. I will say, though, one thing to knock this down a little bit. You got 2 cover songs on here. First of all, they do a cover of Genesis' Turn It On Again from the Duke album, which I like Turn It On Again just fine. Not crazy about it here. It's very similar to the original version of Genesis, and I'm not sure that I like Tom trying to do Phil Collins. It doesn't quite work for me. To me, it's kind of throwaway. And then the last track on the CD is them doing a cover of Peter Gabriel's Red Rain. I was all set to say, oh, God, not another cover. Tom, however, sounds better trying to sing a Peter Gabriel classic than he does a Phil Collins Genesis classic. I don't mind Red Rain. Here's what I do mind, though. I think Red Rain would have sounded better on an Evergrey album. On here, it just doesn't fit. The 2 covers, just to me, just don't fit here at all. And so that leaves, so there's 10 tracks on the album. That would leave 8. And I'm thinking of the 8, what do I think of those? I would say probably 6 of the 8 I think are really, really good. The other 2 I like, but again, I'm not feeling Redemption 100% from them. So, yeah, again, it sounds like I'm kind of nitpicking here. And I guess I've often said throughout the years, especially on this channel, that, things don't always go to shit, and a band doesn't necessarily end when a singer leaves the band, right? And in many cases, that is true. I found with this instance, and this, it's really weird because I love Ray Alder, I love Tom England. I just don't know if I like Tom England in this band. And I think because for me, his vocals are so distinct and so unique and so steeped in what is the essence of Evergrey that putting him in Redemption makes Redemption not sound like Redemption anymore. And to me, it just sounds like another really good Evergrey album. And I'm missing what I love and loved about a lot of the previous Evergrey albums. So, Redemption albums. I'm confusing myself here. So if that all makes sense. But in saying that, I think I'm enjoying this more than the previous album. I think they're allowing, it's almost like the band is like, okay, well, we've infiltrated Tom into the band. Last album was kind of a feeling out album. He brought a lot of things with him as far as, his vocal style, kind of like pacing the music and whatnot. So here, and again, I really haven't taken a look. I probably should do that. Who did all the songwriting here, I think is what's really interesting and will be interesting. So let's see what we got here. Produce, mix, executive, Alton. I don't know if does it really say lyrics by Nick Van Dyke. Lyrics by So again, it's Nick basically writing all the songs, or like always. But you just have to wonder how much is he writing to satisfy the presence of Tom England, right? Because sometimes guys do that when you have the main writer in a band and they are writing to best suit and get the best performance out of their vocalist. That could be the case here. Because again, Tom and Ray, completely different singers. So maybe it's just this is the way Redemption is going to be because Tom is the singer. So that Nick is basically, writing material that is perfectly suited for Tom's voice. And that could very well be the case. And, well, if that is the case, that's cool. Like I said, I like this. The 2 albums with Tom, I just don't love like I like the earlier albums. And again, I'm all for replacing singers and go moving forward when you have to. I don't have an issue with that. There are plenty of bands who have replaced kind of iconic singers with someone else who's really good, and the results are fabulous to me. And I'm welcoming with open arms the kind of the new direction, or just kind of the new sound. Right, I'm all into that, because you can't the other option is you don't go forward with the band, right? The singer leaves and you just call it kaputs, right? And call it quits. I'm all for them going forward. That being said, it's almost like I want Tom and Evergrey doing what he does there. And if Ray can't come back, maybe someone else who's not going to just completely change the sound of this great band. I don't know. I'm at a real quandary with this band, because I've been following for so long and I really love him so much. And Nicholas Van Dyke is such a talented guy, and I've always been very appreciative of everything he's done. It's just I'm conflicted here in ways that I haven't been in a long time, and kind of also it's like, to think of another recent example of a band that has changed a singer where I've had a hard time accepting it, because like I said, generally I'm pretty open to this stuff, is Nazareth. Dan McCafferty stepped down from Nazareth because of health reasons. Now he's no longer with us. They got a new vocalist in, and to me, the sound of the band has completely changed, and it's hard for me to accept. Right, I want to, because I love the whole idea of Nazareth, but to me, the idea of Nazareth has to have Dan McCafferty singing. And so to me, it's like, I like this album. I think it's really good. I think it's better than the last one, and I want to really embrace it and go forward. There's a wall there. There's a wall there, because I'm listening to it and I'm thinking, this is a really cool new Evergrey album. No, it's not supposed to be an Evergrey album. It's a Redemption album. So anyway, and that's, and Tom, if you're watching, or any of the guys in the band, Tom, you got an amazing voice. I love your singing style. You are so unique and so powerful. And when you appear on an album, that's what you hear, right? It takes precedent over everything else, and that's a good thing. But I like that in Evergrey a lot. I love that in Evergrey. I don't know if it works for me in Redemption, but it's just me. Regardless, this is really good. Right now, I'm on the fence. It's somewhere between, it's probably a 4 out of 5 star, because it's quality stuff. It's really good progressive / symphonic metal, and it's dark in spots, so it's really good. I wanted to love this, right? It's like I want to love the albums with Tom, because I just love him as a singer so much, but I'm just like, there's something that's kind of blocking me there. So anyway, curious to hear what you guys in the comments think. George Lemay, if you're watching, I'm sure you are, I'm curious to kind of where you're at with this album, because George and I both have the exact same opinion of Redemption today, and I think that he and I were both a little apprehensive when this came out, and we talked a little bit when the album first came out, and I think he kind of was feeling the same thing as me, that he probably likes this one a little bit better. But now that it's been a couple weeks, George, I'm curious to if you could chime in the comments below and let us know exactly what you think and where you're at with I Am the Storm today, right? So thanks for watching, everybody. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also got the links below to our channel, to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page. So thanks, everybody, staying with me with this little bit longer video. I had a lot to say about this, and but yeah, the guitar work is great. The keys are good. It's all very, very well done. Songs are pretty heavy, pretty memorable. So it's really nothing bad I can say about it, other than there's that block going on. But stay tuned. We're going to have Rick Labonte is going to join me later on today, and we'll have a review for you probably tonight on the new Transatlantic live album, which is the Final Flight live at the Olympia. All right, so Rick's going to join me for that. And thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pete Pardo. See you real soon. Bye-bye.